I know
Yeah.
that I should not look at him because
Yeah.
past MJ is looking at me right now with my friend in line for that concert. So
He was
don't look, just keep on going.
just walking past like, MJ, stop looking at yourself. Stop looking at yourself. You don't want this to happen right now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another wonderful, nice to meet you episode. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
We're here again in the Zoom room. Some of you maybe missed it, but we're going to be doing a lot of these new styled videos because this is the only time me and Adam have to talk with one another now.
Pretty much.
So schedules have been changing. There's been things happening in both of our lives, but we want to still continue making videos for everyone to enjoy and kind of focus in on their listening skills and hone in and improve. So we're still here.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much for hanging out with us.
Yep.
We have a good topic for everyone. This one is going to be entitled Unforgettable People.
Oh, in our lives.
This is one that has been suggested to us by a third step member. And some of you be like, what's a third step member, MJ? Well, they are people who are joined our membership within the YouTube channel. So right next to our subscription button, you can join us, support me and Adam and the videos we create every month with a little donation. And the top step, the highest one, you have the special ability, the perk to have a special video made just for you, something that you suggest, and then everyone gets to enjoy it because it goes on up on YouTube, just like this, like you're watching right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great.
This one comes from Komaki. Thank you so much, Komaki, for supporting. Always, doing an amazing job with the hashtag Ego Everyday Challenge, because that's still a thing, everybody. Go check it out. Check out our challenge episode if you want more info on that. And thanks for always hanging out for the live streams, because I'm doing live streams too, everyone. Tuesdays nights, Thursdays nights. Come hang out.
All right.
In any case, let's get this beast of an episode rolling, everybody. We're going to be talking about unforgettable people. So Komaki was talking and gave us the suggestion saying, like there's so many different people. It could be like a teacher, a friend that you have, pretty much anyone or anything. So she had two examples of people that she will always remember. So she's like, what about you guys? Let me hear some people that you will never forget in your lives. I was like, man, my life isn't over yet, so I don't know if I'll ever forget them, but there's definitely a few people who stand out and I probably won't forget.
Yeah.
Outside of course, like your direct family.
True, of course. You don't forget your family.
Right. And if I don't like hit my head really hard and get amnesia.
That's the big major issue there, right there. That's the point.
Okay, so Adam, let's start with you. Do you have anyone who you are just are so unforgettable, like you will always remember that person for whatever kind of trait, maybe what they look like, what happened when you met them?
I have a few. Of course, my teacher is one of them, and I think it's my grade 7th and 8th teacher. I had the same teacher. And this teacher was very hard on the students because he really wanted them to succeed. And he was very scary at first. Like, from an outside perspective, when I was in maybe 5th, 6th, and I don't know, 4th, 5th, 6th grade in elementary school, junior high school, it was put together. So I could see that teacher walking around the school. His demeanor, he was a very big guy, and looking at him and hearing him talk and scold the other students for misbehaving outside during recess and stuff like that, like I was just like, man, I never want to have that teacher. If I have that teacher, I want to like leave that school because he's so hard on the kids. But my 7th year in school happens, and go into the school, and we are all looking and waiting for our assignments to teachers, and guess who I get? Mr. Ungera. He was like the teacher I had. So I'm like nervous. All of my friends, we look at each other, pale face, like, oh, this is gonna be the worst year ever. I'm not gonna survive until like high school. This is gonna be horrible. And then we get into the classroom. It's so tense. he's tense, like everything is just tense. But as the year goes along, we
Yeah.
start like realizing like, wow, he's really hard on the students, but it's only like in a way that is pushing us to be better. Like we would have to write cursive writing, and he would write notes about grammar on the board, and he would make us write down all the notes about grammar in
Huh.
cursive in our notebooks.
Yeah.
Not printing. Like that was one of the things we had to do. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
for some of us, not me, because my writing was like horrible in the first place, but some of us were able to not only learn cursive because we never used it before, but also improve our writing ability. And like it's a
Okay.
skill that not many people have, being able to write cursive. But it's something that like I can attribute to this one teacher. And
Yeah.
the things about studying and the things about just like learning and how he appreciated all the students, and he showed that he really cared, not just like because he's a teacher, but because we were his kids and he wanted us to succeed in the future. Like I can
Yeah.
never forget that teacher ever in my life.
Whoa.
Never.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the other students who were in that class could forget that teacher ever. It's
Because they were
impossible
like you,
because they were
where you're
like me.
so terrified of him at
Yes, so
first,
terrified, and then we
but
realized, that this
he's
was
doing
the
it for
guy.
your
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you turned around and was like, I like this guy
It was probably
as a
mid-year.
teacher?
Mid-year,
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
You're
when I
like, he's a good
realized
teacher.
he's like
Yeah.
a really good teacher. And at the end of the year, like all the students were like, wow, like this was probably our best class.
Wow.
Going on next year, we found out he was teaching that the grade we were in, and like all the kids from the previous year wanted that teacher. All of them.
Whoa.
All of them.
Man.
And the ones that
Did
got him were like, yeah, we got on camera again.
wow,
Yeah,
wow.
it was crazy.
That's the
Yeah,
different very different scenario from what you were seeing from the outside,
honestly,
and
yeah,
then being a part of the class. That's intense. So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I guess,
Okay.
yeah, that's the one of the people that I'd never forget. And I'll
Yeah.
probably take that to my grave, probably, unless I get hit really hard in the head.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So how about you?
Oh man, dude, I don't it's so hard
Yeah.
to think of someone who like stood out
Mm.
to a different level, because I believe I remember a lot of people
Yeah.
fairly
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. Mm.
and so I don't know how far to take this
Right.
like unforgettable kind of person, or someone who had
Mm.
this big impact on me. In your case, like that makes sense, because it turned from like something that was scary and
Right. Right.
bad to a totally opposite thing. So it was a very big surprise. Man, like I have a teacher that
Mm.
was not scary at all, but just helped me enjoy school.
Okay.
So like that, okay, that was one. Mr. Keating, like he was awesome, but it's like I kind of feel like I don't want to put that down on my list as like unforgettable, like, because
Oh,
of
okay.
course I won't forget
Of
him,
course.
but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in my brain I want to pick like something that's like just like amazing, like something that's like, whoa, oh my gosh, I'm
Ah.
never gonna forget that
Yeah.
person. So it might sound stupid,
Mm.
but it was a stranger that I have yet to come in contact with again. One time I
Hmm.
was in New York City with my friend.
Yeah.
We were in line to go into a outdoor concert. So there's a big line outside. It was in a park in Central Park.
Yeah.
And there's people everywhere, walking, just people in the park and people getting in line for the concert. And I'm standing with my friend, and in the distance, we see this dude like walking. Of course, there's a bunch of people. We see this one dude
Yeah.
walking towards us in the crowd, and my buddy nudges me on the shoulder. He's like, "Yo, MJ, that looks exactly like you. Look at that guy over there." And he has the long hair. He had, at that time I had no facial hair, but he had like a big nose like me, like
Yeah.
the same color brown hair. We both had like this like baby blue t-shirt on, and he was just coming by. The only difference was that like even the hair length was so similar. The only difference was that he was like taller than me, like not crazy amount, but not like just a little bit. He was taller than me.
So,
And I was just like, oh my God, even me. Cause sometimes people tell you like, oh, you look like that person.
yeah.
And you look at them and you're like, nah, not at all. I was scared when I looked at this guy because he looked so much like me. So of course I'm never gonna forget it because I cannot forget my own
Yourself,
face because
yeah.
he had my face.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to my friend. I was like, yo, I'm like, oh my God, that's so scary. And he's like, dude, what should you do? Like, should you say hi? Should you do something? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna look at him. And I'm like, if we make eye contact and one of us disappears, you'll know it was like me from the future or something.
Your doppelganger.
Exactly, straight up doppelganger. And I was just looking at him as he was walking by, and he didn't look at me. So it could have been me from the future.
It could have, and he knew.
I know that I should not look at him because past MJ is looking at me right now with my friend in line for that concert. So
he was just
look,
walking,
just keep on going.
Just walking past, like, MJ, stop looking at yourself. Stop looking at yourself. You don't want this to happen right now.
That has to be the number one person I will never ever forget.
But you never met him.
That is a complete stranger.
Right, yeah.
Never talked to, don't know his name, but a doppelganger.
Doppelganger, straight up.
It's intense to think about.
Yeah.
But of course, there's people like you're saying, teachers, there's others that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
Komaki, so she was mentioning how people in relationships, past relationships, that is also someone who you get really close with. So of course, they'll be hard to forget. There's people in those relationships.
Even the ones you say that got away, like the ones that you felt you had a connection with but never pursued. Those are also people that you never forget typically.
Yeah. Do you have one?
I think so.
I had one totally. When I was in high school, I worked at the CD shop.
Yeah.
And she was from a different school, from a different town, like right next to ours.
Yeah.
So I never knew her until I met her at the store, and we worked together. And same grade, same age, and I felt like there was some chemistry there.
Yeah.
But nothing ever happened because she had a boyfriend the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Same situation.
But it felt like there were sparks.
Yeah.
But and then I was just like too much of a puny dude to like kind of actually ask and like say something. But also at the same time, I already knew she had a boyfriend, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But like you said, that missed connection. That's someone you'll never forget.
It was weird though, because in my case, we used to do yearbook signings, and she wrote her phone number in my yearbook. But I never called it because I was in a relationship at the time and I thought it would be bad. So I didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Intense. So those are definitely people you'll never forget.
You'll never forget.
Oh man.
And I'm just thinking about that one more. I got one more.
Oh really?
Yeah, the dude who showed me his samurai sword at 3 a.m. in the morning in Osaka. That was funny. But I'll save that for another day.
That's all the time we have for today's episode, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Komaki, for supporting and for this awesome idea.
Yeah.
Let us know, everyone, down in the comments, who is someone that you will never forget. It can be someone who is close to you, or like a teacher like we were talking about, or a random stranger. Let us know what has happened in the comments. We'd love to read them. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like. You can even jump onto the subscription to get a video of your own. Hey.
Yeah. And if you want to get in contact with us, you can check us out on our SNS channels. We got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. And there's a couple of days left for the Eigo Everyday Challenge. So if you're interested, now's the time to start. You can start now and end in the end of the next month. And if you miss the next month, try again. Keep trying. Just don't give up.
Yes. All right, everyone. That's it. Thank you again. We'll see you on the next step.